Hi there guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in this video we're going to be going over market structure. Really quick guide to it really. Just going to show my own personal understanding of market structure. When I first started out trading, I was mainly focusing on this. Now I don't really as much. So I do use key levels, but my key levels aren't necessarily market structure. But if you're new to trading or you don't fully understand this topic, then there's a good chance for you to make some additional pips potentially in the market when you are obviously looking for things to look at. So there's three types of markets, okay? First market is going to be an uptrend. How do we identify an uptrend? An uptrend is, in short, identified with highs getting higher and lows getting higher as well. So this is what we call, and I'm going to abbreviate it. So you've got, making a mess of that, but you've got higher highs and higher lows. So as long as the highs are getting higher and the lows are getting higher, then you are in an upwards trending market. Okay. On the flip side, you have a downwards trending market, which basically, if this works, would consist of this. Now, exact same thing, like the highs getting higher and the lows getting higher in this side, it's the other to that, okay? So the highs are getting lower like so, and the lows are getting lower as well. And instead of them being called higher highs, higher lows, it is simply lower highs and lower lows, okay? So the best market conditions to be buying are obviously when the market is creating higher highs and higher lows, and the best market to be selling is when the market is creating lower lows and lower highs, okay? Now, what is the third type of market condition? And what I will do, I will keep these on for now. The other market condition is what we call a range. So a range basically is when there's no real direction. It might look something like this. So there's no fixed characteristics with what's happening within the market. Is there money to be made within this type of market? Definitely. Okay. So don't think that just because the market isn't going up or down that you can't make money, because within here you can make money with these moves. I would argue personally with my strategy that a ranging market is better for the way I trade. Simply because you're looking at Fibonacci's and things like that. So there's more highs and lows to work with rather than the market just going like this. Okay. So what do we identify with this market we are looking at right now? Super, super simple stuff. If we start from the bottom, you can see that you could call this a low. You then got high, low, high, low, high, low, and then up to the high. Now, there's a few different ways to look at this example, okay? So depending on the type of trader you are, you may say, I want to stick to the main points within this market. Someone else may say, I am more interested in, instead of saying this is a high and this is a low, I'm working with what's in between as well. So I've got a high here, I've got a low there, high, low, high, low. Now, overall, as long as the highs and lows are getting obviously higher, then you are looking at an uptrend. Now, when you're trading an uptrending market, where are the best times to buy and the buy basically? Because if you're looking at an uptrending market, you're potentially looking to buy with the trend. There is a saying, the trend is your friend. Now, obviously, depending on the strategy you trade, that's going to vary. So, when we're looking at this market, we have kind of two different ways to trade. So you've got your initial, what we call a break and retest. What is a break and retest? It's when a low is broken and then retested as a high. Okay, so that may be something like this, where you've got a high within the market, broken, retested, and then the price continued to push up. Same again, you might see it, for example, in a situation like this. It doesn't always have to be super clean, but this might be a scenario. You've got that scenario there. So all these times, price is coming back to test these areas. Okay, that is one way of trading it. The second way would be for what we would call a double bottom in an uptrend. So you are looking at something like the market, for example, is pushing up, it's creating these highs, and instead of bouncing from this high, it pushes down to the low before continuing up like so, which would be a double bottom. So a price created a low, come back, created another low. What's a situation like this? If I just do this, something like that. So price is pushed up, it's created a higher high. Instead of coming down and retesting this area here, it has come back to the low, retested that, and then continued pushing. It's easy as that. So you've got two ways to trade. You've got your break and retest, and you've also got your deeper pullback. So when the market is trending up like this, that's absolutely fine. If we look at what we could look at a different example, sorry, that's the wrong button. What we could see is something, for example, like Euro New Zealand dollar at the minute. Exact same as GU. GU was pushing up. EN is currently pushing down. How do we know price is pushing down? Because literally, look, price is creating. If I do this, price is literally pushing down like so. Now, in these situations, where can we make money? We can make money on the break and retest. We can also make money on the double top. So it could well be that you want to take a position on the break retest. It may well be you want to take a position on the double top, the deeper retracement, before price continues to push down. Whichever way you want to do it, that's absolutely fine. Just obviously test it when you're looking at this. Super simple stuff regarding this. Obviously, you've got break retest there. You've got break and retest here. It just completely depends on what you want to do. You've got a break retest there. And then in this scenario, it may well be that you want to trade something like this before a continued push down. So instead of trading the break retest, you've traded the deep pullback. Now, what do we do in the back? Obviously, you've got a downtrend, you've got an uptrend, you've got the ranging market. In this scenario regarding a ranging market, it may be something like this. There's still money to be made within this, but obviously if you're trading trends, for example, the break retest of these areas may not be as strong as if you was to do it, on something like this, but completely depends. Always test your strategy, whether it's on demo, live, whatever it may be. Test it and then see if it's something for you. One last thing I want to touch on is a reversal. Now, I did want to make this super quick, this video, because I don't really want to waste your time in all honesty. So let's have a look. Now, if we're looking at this market here, which is pushing up, what can we see? We can see that price created the high low, created the higher high, and then what's happened is that the next high within this market is higher, but then it's failed to push above that previous high. So from a market structure standpoint, we could argue that this has happened. So price has come up, done that, done that. Now it's done this. So this is currently, if you look at this example here, this is currently how price looks. Now, what I would normally do is that I would say, regarding a trend kind of reversal or whatever you want to call it, I would always say that the low which made the high in an uptrend or the high which made the low in a downtrend is your last point of safety. Okay. So if price makes a new high within the market, we are still bullish or, looking to buy the market as long as price stays above the low which made the high. Okay, are you following? Super simple stuff. So I would just say until price breaks this area here, I am still buy bias. Once price breaks here, I'm going to be looking for sells. Now, if we look what happens, if we just do something like this, we are saying that this is this area here, okay? What I will do as well, let me just get rid of this for a moment. We can see that this is happening. Some people may look to sell here and say that, but for me, we are still bullish until price has broken this, As you can see in this example, the break retest worked, but not really with much significance. Okay, so what can we see? Price is now continuing to do this. We're kind of now going into a range, but then price has now broke the area now. So now what would we do? There's two options. Firstly, we could trade the break and retest, which would be here. Or secondly, we could trade the high. Now, in a scenario like this, obviously the high is always going to be the safest bet. But if we already take into account that we was looking at this area to start with, we can see that I would probably go up to the high and disregard the low, like so. So now I know that if price comes into this area, we may get a retest before price continues down, okay? Simple trend reversal, just because we've had a change of character within the market. The market was making higher highs, higher lows. Price has now started making lower highs and lower lows, so we can start to capitalize on this, okay? It may well be that you even got in here. So as you can see, once price breaks that area there, once you've started getting some bearish, price action, completely depends on the strategy you're going to trade. In this video, I'm not going to go over an entry strategy because everyone's going to have a different approach. But for me, it could be pendings, it could be anything where you are basically looking to see what price could do. So if you now look at this market here, price came back as we expected and has started pushing down. Okay, so just based off this example here, you might want to enter with a pending order here, stop loss above the high or below up the high here. You could do it here, you could do it above the actual high if you're going for a longer swing, like so. But realistically, guys, what we want to say is that, as we said at the start of the video, if price is now bearish, I am still selling as long as price stays below that level. So what you might want to do is cover that area with your stop loss and then continue to obviously look to trade the market. And what you could also do is then use market structure to set your TPs. Could be something like this, where you are now doing that, okay? So you could have TP1 at 1.9 to 1, TP2 at 3.7, TP3 at 6 to 1, whatever you want to do, okay? So that is how I would understand market structure and potentially look at trading reversals. I'm hoping that you have learned something from this video. All the links to the free groups and stuff like that are in the bio. So if you do want to join them, by all means, just click the links. If not, I will see you in the next video. Subscribe if you are not already. And yes, guys, thank you very much for watching.